Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding, and tonight's guest is Lanard, Nardo, Mattocks. That's right, the Wingate High School great, and he's also a Just Us League organizer and coach. We're about to do this again. Let's go.
Y'all ready? Yeah. You have just stepped into the world of chaos, where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
There you go.
There we
There
go.
you go. I see you now.
This is a Note 10 Plus. It shouldn't be acting like this.
Yeah, I see you, fam. There you go. All right. Here we go. Let's get this started the right way. All right? Who wants you to listen to the game, fam?
I want to say competitively, my step pop, we always played in the hood, but my step pop introduced me to it, Joe Page. So, yeah, like my first coach, more or less.
Okay. All right. And did you play junior high school ball?
Yeah, actually, it's crazy because we had a team, but we didn't compete against a lot of teams. I went to 383, me, Brent McCullough, Byron Davis. We had from Grover, Cleveland. Little Bubby, Spanish Bubby, used to play for the Bushwick Bullets. Remember them? Bushwick Bullets?
Right.
Yeah, we had a little mob.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was way back.
Yeah,
Brent was my guy.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you.
Brent was tough.
Yeah, let me tell you. Played against Brent McCullough when I was in college at LIU.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We was at LIU, and Brent punched me in the chest.
I can see him doing
Y'all
that.
looked at him like, I was like, yo, what the, right? Of course I react because I want to get that tech.
Right.
But I let him know, I said, yo, you know what, man? You know what I'll do to you, fam. Like, but
Right.
I get you.
Nah,
You gonna live with this.
he gave us the line.
But he came and apologized after the game because he thought the ref didn't see it.
Right. No doubt.
Right. He wasn't trying to punk me, but
Brent could shoot that ball, man.
Brother. So that told you why he punched me, right? Because I was giving him that business.
I know he was getting that work on defense.
Yeah. Nah, that's my guy. So at this time, who is the best player in your neighborhood? Bring the phone down a little bit because I can't see it. There you go.
I want to say, like watching a lot of guys, but I want to say, James Sinclair, kid from Roosevelt, went to Laughlin. It was tough. We used to call him Mass. Like, dude had the crazy change of pace, always was in control. So when you used to see him do things, you used to be like, wow, how you do that? You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't know, like me and Booby, like we grew up together. Like that's been my best friend since day one. You know what I mean? So we was watching this. We was watching this a lot. In addition to watching Pearl and them, especially like 8th grade, 9th grade, because I'm a couple years older than Boo, like 2 years, year and a half. So my freshman year is Pearl, Kenny Smith, Billy Donovan, all them senior year.
Mm-hmm.
When you go back that time, you saw New York City basketball was different. The parks was different. Ain't no park games no more. Kids don't play outside.
Yeah, nobody want to mess up their knees, right?
Oh yeah. Either you got it or you don't, man.
Right.
You don't get you get injuries on wood. Dudes have injuries on wood and never play again.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
My man Ray Dollar said Nardo and Booby in the backcourt changed my life. I hear that. I hear that. That's a salute right there, fam.
Appreciate you, Dollar.
No doubt. So you playing junior high school ball, right? You got different options. Is it boys and girls your neighborhood school? Was your neighborhood school?
Yeah, but my dad's address was Wingate. Didn't really want to go to the high. Could have went to Zavarian, but you know, it was a big, you know, it was a lot of racial things back then. My mom wasn't really comfortable with sending me far like that.
Right.
No, it was a lot, but you know, ended up at Wingate. At that time we had Dexter Campbell, Leroy Greenwich, you know, Ty from Brownsville, Russell John, a couple of dudes that really could go, you know. But again, you know, getting in school, having freedom, being in high school, mixing, moving around other neighborhoods, you don't be doing what you're supposed to do in the classroom. So, you know, a lot of stuff is taken away, and I had them parents that would take it away. You know what I mean?
So, did you play? Were you ineligible during your high school years?
No, I played the end of my freshman year and my sophomore year there, and you know, just trying to catch up grade wise. Ended up at an alternative high school, the old high. Played in that league. I tore that up, like. Like, you know, that, you know, it's bad, but to say, but that was easy. We tore that up. But most of it, like the notoriety, is like being on the circuit, playing in Sonny Lewis and playing in Citywide and all these tournaments. You know, like that's really, like, you know, got to really go against some serious players. And team up with a lot of guys.
Right. Now was that your get back since the high school career didn't pan out the way you wanted to? Like, was like the summer league was your time to play against some of the best dudes to see where you was at?
Yeah, definitely. Also, too, come from an era and a time where I ain't really respect dudes. Like, you could be nice or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, the game 40 minutes, we gonna get at it. So you know,
okay. And
I came from situations where I had the ball in my hands. I was able to put the ball up a lot, you know. But as you grow, you get on teams, and sometimes you gotta like sacrifice your game for the good of the squad. You know, but the summer, definitely.
And what was the tournament that you think you came into your own, like during your teenage years?
My teenage years, I'll probably say like Sonny Lewis, LG, you know, high energy. You know, like I played in everything. You know, I played the majority of stuff. Like, especially like Sonny Lewis, I played that with the Kings.
Right.
You know? But I played everywhere. You know?
Yeah, I see you won MVP the year after I won it. I won in 88, you won in 89. Right. That's dope.
But leading up to that, man, the wars leading up to that, oh my God. You know, it's a lot on Malcolm X, man. It probably had more sportsmanship plaques from Sonny Lewis than any lie in New York City. We used to launch them. Dudes wasn't taking that home. Like, nah, man.
Right.
We wanted that furniture.
You either won it or, you know, you try again next year.
Yeah, definitely. We took our lumps, like coming into to play in the Coliseum. That shit was unreal, man. That was unreal, man. Like,
every game packed under the lights.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah, I remember those days, man. Good days, man. Good days. So, who are some of the players you grew up looking up to?
You know what's crazy? I was a huge Kenny Smith fan in high school. Like,
really?
Like yeah, because dude was like sneaky athletic because he had hops. but he was always in control. He ran the club. You know what I mean? So I was impressed with that. I was impressed with that. But
you know, a lot of people don't really give Kenny Smith props, right? We talk about Pearl. We kind of like skip over Kenny, right? We jump to Kenny Anderson and Stephon Marbury, and a lot of people don't realize what Kenny did. And I think, I don't know whether it was that last game, the city championship year, when they didn't win it and they lost to the Staten Island St. Peter's.
Right, but you got to remember.
Pearl never won it.
Right,
at all.
Right, but Pearl. No, remember Pearl was a flash, and Pearl did it. Like he changed college. Remember, he had the best nickname. His nickname.
He changed the culture.
Right.
He changed the culture. Right. We know that. We know that.
Right. Right. But see, with Kenny Smith, Kenny Hutchinson from Ben Franklin, all these dudes. Remember, Mark, Kenny, Pearl, and Kenny Hutchinson was all McDonald's All-American. Billy Donovan was honorable mention that year. You know,
right.
and these are the guys that are right before the Ross Stricklands, Arnold Bernard. Remember, Ross Strickland, Arnold Bernard was at Truman. You know what I mean? Then after Ron left Rice, they was at Truman. So, like, it was so many guards in the city that was before us.
Ray Dollar wanted you to give a Billy Donovan story.
Oh, Billy Donovan was a problem, man. He was a problem. We played against them in Wyandanch, in a tournament. Boy was at home. I ain't gonna lie. This night, Billy was out there looking like Soul Man.
Really?
And he was out there dancing. He was home. You know how it is when you home and you clicking, and you home and you clicking. Yeah,
what was he doing? We know he can shoot. And for those people who don't know Soul Man, right? Soul Man was the white guy that would come and play. He played on my team. But he was the guy who was going in the tournaments and going in the hood and shaking and baking and, getting the crowd excited. So salute to my guy, Soul Man.
He was putting on the floor, but he was just in his element. He was in his element. When a player moving like that, it ain't no real defense for offense when you're joint clicking.
Right.
You went low,
Hold on.
Can you
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Still low, but I can hear you back.
All right, cool. So, I just want to jump back to Kenny Smith, right? I just think that him and Mark did it the right way, right? They did it the basketball, they did the classroom, right? And they were successful pro basketball players. We just forget about that. And now they're, great analysts. These guys are from New York. But they're not as celebrated. They're not as celebrated as some of the other guys that we mentioned.
A lot of fans, a lot of guys that watch the game, they celebrate the highlight, the flash. They don't understand.
Right.
He used to come home and get 40 in City College. And dude was doing amazing things in the pros. But the classroom not glorified because these coaches don't care. It's just like now you got New York City kids graduating with a 62 average. How much they're playing? You know what I mean? The game is mixed up. They forget it's the BBR, it's books before recreation. And some of us got it later. But at the end of the day, we got it. And we're not passing on to these kids like it's supposed to be. You got all these coaches that can't teach a kid. A kid is in a situation in the game, looking to his coach for help, and his coach can't even tell him what to do because he's not a basketball player. He's never been that experienced. So these kids are suffering. These kids is 11th grade. They 11th grade, and they still not using their left. They don't understand change of pace. They don't understand possession over points. It's bad, Glenn, for real.
You know, I go to a lot of the basketball games, and I'm not impressed with a lot of the coaching and the development of a lot of the players, right? So if I come watch you play one year and then come watch you play the next year and see a decline in your game, or don't see that you advance any, you know, I'm basically wasting my time.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to see it through all the kids. And you don't know who's watching you and at what time. So you always got to be on top of your game.
In our era, like if they came to see you, if they came to see a game that you was playing in, they saw you put the ball on the floor, they saw you move without the ball. As a big, like these kids aren't seeing the experiences that we saw. Like you and Pat Alphonse, Martin from your piece. Martin a 6'6" guard. People forget that. Dude could see over everybody. Sean Scarborough, these dudes could see over everybody. Like one of the best passes I ever seen. Like this dude could pass the ball. Like kids don't get that. They don't get to see a lot of great, fundamentally sound dudes. You know, like my game was considerably overlooked. You see these guys on these pages, they talk about everybody. Nobody say nothing about me. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't feel a way because like I did my thing out there. You know? I did my thing, and I did my thing to a lot of people. You know, whether they want to identify with it or not, a lot of people saw that. You know, but they don't understand how much I had to sacrifice to be a part of Kenny Kings. I had to sacrifice my entire game to make sure that everybody on my team got involved. You know, I had to know who could guard you, or if we had to double down on you, who could guard Drew, who else? Cool from Uptown if we was playing them, or Malloy. Like, you know how hard it is? Like, me and Boo, that's my right hand. Boo was going to sacrifice. He going to get his. You understand what I'm saying? Even though it's in the flow of the game, he going to get his. But being a point guard, you got to, you know what I mean? You got to, split that up, make sure everybody get involved. And that's the hard stuff. Dudes don't understand how hard it is to do your job. But now, in our era, it was do your job and then get home safe. You know, you're playing these hostile environments like Brownsville, Red Hook. You know, this Gowanus is crazy. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, you was the first guard. You was the first point guard for Kenny King that I remember.
Me and Buck.
Yes. Yes. Y'all too.
Pure problem.
Yes.
Pure problem. Nobody wanted that smoke. They thought like nobody knew me, so they thought it was gonna be a cakewalk. But I changed that early. But Buck, he made it so easy for me. You know what I mean? Do was a general. But remember,
so, when those times came, move on to college. Where did you go? Did you go to college? Did you go to college and play?
Say it again.
Did you go to college and play?
I went to college. I went to a junior college in Texas, Tyler Junior College. Yeah, I had to sit a year because you had Robert Pack and David Benoit. We had this kid Mo Alexander do that zip code range. So, but in my conference, we played against. We had Dave Murray at Jacksonville. Almost the whole Harlem was at Jacksonville. Big Strip. Dave Murray, James Canty. You had Nick Van Exel at Trinity Valley. Great thing Sean Kemp was ineligible because that would have been a nightmare. You had Ron Bayless from Kilgore. You had John Barry at Paris. Ruben Nimhart, kid from the Bronx. The whole conference was tough. You see, if you take the NEC, and let's just say you got 100 kids, 86, between 86 and 90. The conference is that tough. Jimmy Butler went to my school after me though. Yeah, I played with a guy Sam Mack there who played at Houston. Played with the Rockets. He played with the Grizzlies. He played with I think he was with LA for a while. So just the conference in itself was tough. The experiences was tough. It wasn't no night off. It's just like playing here, no night off. And the funny thing is, like, we play against teams. Like when we started out, just a little basketball for the kids that listen. Like when we started out, like I started every game pumping the ball down low to Ali for my post threat. Because once my post threat get going, then they gotta open up. Then I've got my shooters. You got Prentice, you got Perry, you got Laurel. You know, on one block I got Pat, Alpha, I got Ali Jennings. You know what I mean? That's your boy. You know what I mean? I got you. He's a bucket.
All of them are walking buckets.
Yeah, you got Chuck. You're Lincoln alum.
Smooth, my God.
6'5", like dude was a magic
and a smooth operator.
Yes. And then you go a couple years later, we add Terrell from the Fort. Turnaround. It's butter. We got Bobby Cunningham. The mismatch. Like,
yes. He was tough.
Yes, this dude is a problem. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta make all these guys. You know how hard it is playing with all these guys? You know? And it's like now, was in a tournament, right? And this is why basketball is bad. Just to get off topic for a second, this is why basketball is bad.
No doubt.
I don't knock N1. It was a great thing. A lot of dudes catapulted from that. However, it messed up basketball in New York. And really around the country, but in New York. Because now all the kids want to do hot sauce. They want to be I'll be right back. They want to be all these people. So now when they start to try for a team, they have no fundamentals. They lost. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the kid hot sauce, nothing against the kid. But you can't bounce the ball, run, go, come back, catch it, put in your shirt, turn around, do a split. That's not basketball.
Now, go ahead. Do you think? Go ahead. I want to finish it. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
Nah, that messed up basketball. Because now you got kids that's focusing on that instead of focusing on in and out with the left hand, in and out with the right hand, a pocket pass, how to stop, how to jump stop. Like no fundamentals in N1.
Well, I get what you're saying, but we had the Harlem Globetrotters coming up.
Right, but the Harlem Globetrotters.
Right, and we knew. Hold on. We knew that those guys was really, really talented, and if you put them in a real serious game, they can ball because the Harlem Globetrotters, they beat the best NBA team, right? Was the Minneapolis Lakers at the time. They beat them by 1 the first game, and they blew their ass out by 20. Now, I'm not saying the N1 guys are going to beat the NBA players.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Hold on. Now, I'm just giving you my point of view. I just think N1 was a period for what it was. Now, believe me, I felt the same way you did, brother. The reason why I stopped playing Pro-Am and stopped playing early, one of the reasons I was into the music, but another reason is because of where I saw how everybody wanted to play. Everybody was influenced by the N1. But, again, I think that's just one part of it.
No, indeed.
Like, I don't want to give all blame to N1 because it's not fair.
No,
right?
Definitely not that.
Because we know we got some brothers that play for N1 who can really ball.
Right. No, I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying, like, a lot of young kids identify with the flash, and they didn't understand that those guys were doing that, even though they had basketball ability to play regular. You know what I'm saying? They identify with that. It's just like
right. Go ahead.
It's just like now in coaching, you got tournaments here in New York, but they don't allow you to play zone in the fourth quarter. Like, what? That's not basketball. And there's so much stuff implemented. I just feel there's so much stuff that's not helping our kids. I'm feeling so much stuff that's not helping our kids.
Nah, what you saying, you're making a lot of sense, right? We talked about this before, right? Our biggest tournaments are the Nike tournaments, right? But the kids play pro rules, pro style rules, right. Meaning they got to play one-on-one, no zone. The clear out action is crazy. Do you think it's for the development of the game, or is it for pure entertainment? Or is it for the detriment of New York City basketball?
Right.
Do you think it's for the entertainment? Do you think it's for the downfall of New York City basketball? Or you think it's for the development of New York City basketball?
I think because of the entertainment component that is hurting New York City basketball. I wouldn't say that it's for it's too hurting New York City basketball, but I just think because of entertainment that is hurting the game. Because, you know, again, like you said, everybody going one-on-one. Like we go back to our era. You could have shot the ball every time on your squad, but that wasn't your game. Like you spread you stack the stat sheet. Just like if you look at the Kings, every game it was a different leading scorer. You know, every game somebody else did it different, and a team could start out in a zone, but sooner they had to go man to man. And then, you know, it was a problem because, like, we could go. Me and Buck could go. Me and Booby could go. Bobby could go. Larrell could go. Everybody could go. You understand what I'm saying? Like Prentice, you know, he's one of the best shooters, period, coming up in this game. Period. People never talk about him. Dude was shooting from where Steph Curry's shooting now. He was shooting back then. Nobody talk about him. He wasn't fancy, but he knew how to set a screen. And he knew how to fade, you know what I mean, and get in position for his shot. You know what I mean? Those things like teams aren't teaching. You know? So I think that's what I think. It's too many coaches and not enough teachers. And I'll leave that until a later date. You know what I mean?
All right, so okay. What is your perception of New York City basketball as a whole?
Right now, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I see a lot of stuff that could be better, but that's me. You know, again, all this for anybody that's watching, all this is my perception, how I see things. All right, let me give you an example. I just won a tournament recently, right before the pandemic. We won a tournament over in the Post, in the BK Post. We were down 4 with 2 minutes left. We only had 4 players because they fouled my guy out. And we still won a championship game against a couple of reclass kids and all that. But these other coaches are so bad that they don't have control of the environment. Kids are still trying to get theirs instead of trying to win the game. They're still trying to get theirs. There's no way we should have won that game. That's what I mean by the decline. And these are 9th graders. So these kids should be smarter. They should have a better basketball IQ. You know, like you would have never felt good losing to 4 guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I just think now that, you know, we went through the process.
Right.
A lot of the guys who grew up in our era who are now coaches. And we know the struggles that we went through. Right?
Right.
I just think the turnaround for our kids going to better situations after they leave their senior year in New York City onto a better place.
Right.
New York City has been a bridge to every place else instead of 4-year schools.
Right. I don't think.
Now, again, we cannot, right? You had your struggles in high school. I played high school ball. I went to prep school, right? So my senior year, I didn't get to finish in New York because of my grade situations. But we want to make sure that this next generation, those kids who come after us, don't have to step in the same potholes that we did. And if we only going after the sneaker deal and not putting in the work, right? Because I know the coaches who are out there doing the work. I may not see you, but listen, word travel fast. and I'm watching everyone.
Like I
Can't watch everybody at the same time, but you see the results and the production of the kids.
Right. It's hard though because like right now, like you posted earlier, it's so hard to get gym space. Like I gotta tell my kids the game is at 12 when the game is at 2, so I can walk them through stuff on the side before a game. Because that's how bad it is. Like that there's no gym access. But then the politicians and these people want to act as if the kids have too much idle time. But when you're trying to put them in something productive, they don't want to assist us. I mean, so there's a lot of mitigating circumstances that lead into players' development as well. I mean, on the basketball court as well as in the classroom. Like, we need more men like yourself. You know what I mean? Like myself. Like, we need more Timmy Vincents, more Clements, you know what I mean? More Gil Reynolds, more Ray Haskins. We need those guys to talk to these kids and explain to them, hey, what you doing, young man? How's school coming? You know what I mean? Give Shorty a sense. Give Shorty a sense of purpose that think that people do see him. Because a lot of kids walk around here and think that we don't see them. They think that they're being ignored. And they feel that they're not playing for the high profile organization, that they're not they're not going to get theirs, or nobody's going to know them. And a lot of these guys on these high profile organizations, they're getting lost. Because they're getting in and they're on these teams, but they're getting lost. Like, no one is calling a Division II for them, or no one's calling a junior college for them, reaching out to them. Like, we need the Dennis Millers, right? We need the people like how Jackie Robinson was. We needed people to be a liaison, a go-between. And it's hard because you see, like, when you playing and you coaching, excuse me, and you're out there with the kids, it's hard. It's hard. Kids want to come, but they afraid, or I ain't getting no run last time. They temperamental, you know, or I didn't play good, so now they mad. Like,
because we live in a microwave society, right? Even now, I said we live in a microwave society. Kids want it instant, right? Even the highlights on YouTube. You ain't gonna watch a whole game. You know what you're gonna see?
Right, you don't see how he reacts.
Like the stories of the sacrifice. So they want it fast. So again, I can't knock a kid who see the sneakers and see the big companies and want to go for that. I'm talking to the adults. I'm talking to the guys who went through it already.
Right.
You know what it's about, right? Now, you'll hear guys talk about, you know, yo, Ron Phelps too hard on his guys. That's why he won't get the players. But Rob sent 99% of his kids to college.
Indeed.
Right? But if you want to get the best players, you want to get the best players and just have them get average grades and not have a chance to go to college. Or go somewhere else and spend another 2 years.
Like, that's a salute. That's a salute to Mr. Muhammad over at Bedford Academy as a black man, as a principal who demands an 80 average for you to participate in athletics and everything. That's important. And I think Banneker also demands an 80 average for you to play.
Yes, Will Jack unity. Yup.
Yes.
Yep.
Banneker,
definitely.
Right.
Definitely. Yup.
And Banneker also is a school that took its lump and became good. You know what I mean? Because he nurtured those players who are now seniors, and they became better. You know, are they the best team in the city? Who's to say? Are they better structured than a lot of teams? I would say. But what they're doing is great because they're getting guys in school, and that's a plus. You know?
And the wave is about to tilt. The wave is about to tilt. Because, right, those years when, you know, the Lincolns and the Boys Highs and the Jeffersons were ruling, right? Even through my era, Jefferson had a down period when they weren't that good. Then they came up.
Right.
Right? So I'm seeing the same thing with the Bannekers and the Bedford Academies. That tide is going to switch soon. 1 or 2 players away, right?
No, it has to. Nothing remains the same.
For an even playing field between A, B, and C. Or AA, A, and B. because we're seeing that in the college basketball right now in the NCAA. A lot of the mid-majors, right, are doing very well in the NCAA tournament, more than they have done in the past.
Your sound's going down. I don't know why.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm good.
Yeah.
I can hear you
now.
Yeah, it's gonna come out clear. It's gonna come out clear. I know it sounds a little crazy now, but when we watch it back, you'll see it all gonna come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
so,
it's like,
hold on. I want to get Lord King now. He said, "Can we get to the top 5 all Kenny King playlists?"
That's hard because they love different eras. Like whenever you talk about the Kings, everybody talks about OG. They never talk about us. Like we ain't put work in. You understand what I'm saying? So people like who they like. They love who they love. But how are you gonna say it's the top 5 when you got 30 players that all could play? A top 5 come from who likes who. Like they're gonna like Bull's game more than like my game because he more flashy. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're gonna like this person's game more than like that person's game because they like that type of player. And so people wish they could be this person or that person. So a top 5, I wouldn't say a top 5. I mean, I don't personally have a top 5, but if they put us against them, any era of Kenny's squad, I'm betting on us. I'm betting on any team. You know, because like I wasn't raised to not believe in me. You know?
That's real. That I think, the Lord, I think you should be the one to name the top 5, man. Cam, the guy who was in it, you know. Pat said we would smash that team.
All top 5s do.
Pat Alphonse said they would smash that team. You heard me?
No, say it again.
Pat Alphonse said y'all would smash that team.
But you know, and we can never take that away from them kids because them kids could play, man. Them dudes could play.
Right.
You know? But you know, it's all about what, you know, knowing what you know and who you play. It's a whole different era. We play in a different era than them. You think Mo Kirby, Antoine Lewis, Kylie Copeland, Janito from Sarah J, Matthew DeCosta. These dudes are all big guards. Yo, these guys was big guards. Sean Troutman was big. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these guys are all big guards. Like, people forget how big John Johnson was. Like you said before about his hands, like, dude.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
Dude had mitts.
Yo, now I'm gonna start some controversy because Kenny backing out said no comment when they said y'all was smash the new team. Ooh, I don't know, man. Those I think I'm going with the guys who I played against.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's different. Like we played all the guards was big. Everybody played. The forwards could play. Like you could put the ball on the floor, Pat could put the ball on the floor, Pat Burke could put the ball on the floor, Obed could put the ball on the floor, Todd could put the ball on the floor, Drew, Scarborough, Sugar Bear from Coney Island, Mike Spencer, Kurt from Coney Island, Shake, like Leroy Flood. He played with you, right?
No, he was came after me.
Okay, Flood, Dave Alabama.
Yeah, listen, he should have been on our city championship team.
Wow.
He should have been on our city championship team, but he played JV that year.
Right. So you're saying, like, you look at the era and you go like when we played like citywide, so you're going against the Malloys, the Stu Barnetts, Corey Williams from Bertram, who played with Big Kev. You know,
right.
Yo, dude, there's some serious players, man.
Somebody was talking about Big Cat from Bertram today. Some guy pulled up on me and was like, yo, you play ball, whatever? I was like, yeah. And his man I was with him was like, you know, told him who I was or whatever. And he was like, you probably know my brother. And then He's like, yo, you know Kevin Wynn from Bircham? He a preacher now? I'm like, yeah, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
salute to Kev.
Yeah, salute to
Definitely.
Kev. You know?
So
you talking about like a night like that. Like you playing uptown, you talking like Malloy Naismith, people might not don't like about, but dude, second or something in the nation, assist the turnover. Like dude don't turn the ball over. Like, you know what I mean?
right.
He do his job. He do his job. Like it was so many good players. But at the end of the day, when you put together, like I said, you didn't want to see me and Buck, and you didn't want to see me and Booty. I stand by that.
All right, so in the top 5 of my man Ray all day, my man Ray Dollar all day, my man Ray Dollar Day, right? It says it has to be Kenny, Nard, Boo, Milk, and Pat. Wow. Wow. No Biz? No Biz in that list? Wow. That's controversy right there, man.
See?
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, that's your five, right?
Guards.
Hey, look. You gotta, yeah. You gotta respect it. So, question. Your thoughts on South Shore program?
See, like, I'm gonna answer the question because you asked it, but I don't.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you.
Nah, no doubt. I don't know. Dude's a demon as hate, but I got a problem with players leaving South Shore and going other places and then going to college. I got an issue with that. Like, why isn't South Shore spitting out collegiate players? Like they got a mob over there.
Championships.
Right, and they got a mob over there. They got a mob over there. Now, I don't have the inner workings of the organization. Sean, aka Smoke, that's my guy. Like, you know, he's doing a hell of a job. But when you're on the outside looking in, it's like, damn, why they not going straight Division I? Like, what's going on? You know, and then you hear stuff, but you know, it's not for me. I like what they're doing. Like, they play a mean game, they play end to end. I like them. And obviously he's a hell of a recruiter because he's getting them in there.
Yo, they get some of the biggest kids, man. I was like, yo, where all y'all get all these big kids from? All y'all live in New York, but I guess a lot of those kids coming from. I'm just saying they get a lot of really tall players, right?
Yeah.
Early, and I'm saying one of them live around here. I see him all the time. He like about 6'8", 6'9", skinny kid. But I know, what's his name? The guy with the dress. He's going to Syracuse.
Oh, Kadari, Richmond.
Kadari, right?
Richmond.
Where's he at now?
He's at Brewster Academy.
I told him he was in 10th grade. What'd you say?
He was at Brewster. I think it's a prep in Mass.
I know. We played against the Delta my conference, MCI.
Yeah.
All right. He said, we're back. All right, Kenny. So, Lord King Nell said the new team did not have any post players. That's why I guess y'all will win.
He said the what?
The new team didn't have any post players. That's why you were saying a lot of them were small. A lot of the newer Kenny King teams, they were smaller.
Like the younger guys had bigger players. They had Kevin Simmons. He's 6'8", went to UNLV. They had Jason Hoover, went to Manhattan, 6'5", monster on the block. They had bigs.
And y'all to give them problems.
I think so. Only because remember we play old NBA rules, no zone. So you got to come out and get somebody. You know, another thing too, we didn't allow one-on-ones. Well, really none of the Kenny teams allow one-on-ones. We sent a jump switch. But we just had bigger guards. We had bigger players. You know, I think we had more matchup problems. I don't know I don't know who on that mob could guard Chuck or Pat in the post. But people forget Pat could score from the wing. Who could match up with Bobby? You know, like, stuff like that. Like, we had Ali Jennings, Mons. I played with him for about 7 years. I never seen him get his shot blocked.
Kenny said no comment again. He's over there cracking up.
But I love my young boys, but I'ma always bet on me.
Right. What you think? What program you think is the best high school program in New York City?
Right now, see, when we say the word best, like a lot of people associate that with like the winnings, but Jeff is solid. Eagle is solid too. Eagle Academy is solid. I like Zavarian though. I actually like Zavarian. Clyde is doing an amazing job out there. Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
What's so special about Zavarian?
You gotta put them together. You gotta put the South Shores.
I know Zavarian been doing well for years, but what's so special about them now?
They play in the end, man. Like he stretched the floor. They get at you on the first dribble cross half. Like they very well structured. Like I guess I like them because they play like I coach. More or less like system, like run the system, because if you run the system or you run the play, eventually everybody's going to get a mismatch at some point or another. So, but I don't get to go see a lot of the games.
Yeah, that's on my to-do list for sure, to see them play. Yeah, I gotta go see them play.
Like I like the kid from your projects. He played with me like a year ago. We went to Atlanta on Adidas Silver Circuit and we won it all. The kid Tali called Tata. Yeah, he's tough.
You talking about
I forgot his mom's name.
Shanae's son.
Shanae's son, little chinky out there. He's tough.
Shanae used to be my point guard.
Yeah.
When I worked at 21.
Tough, man. He's tough.
He's in prep school now, right?
He was at Eagle.
He was at Eagle?
He was at Eagle, but he left to go to Olympus Prep in Jersey.
Right. So one of the problems, two things I told him he need to work on. One, his jump shot, right? Because I told him I could help him with that. And two, him not worrying about his coach too much. And I don't know what kind of situation they had him at Eagle, but every time he will make a mistake, he's one of those kids that will look at the coach. And I'm like, you can't get to that because it'll mess up your mental aspect.
But that comes from being in organizations like the Wrens and stuff like with smoking them, because every time you make a mistake, they're ready to yank you. So now every time you make a mistake, you looking over. Like, dude, you know how many mistakes I used to make? Kenny used to curse me out. I started ignoring him. Like, because at the end of the day, like, I made that mistake because I felt that pass was gonna work. But
yo, Tiny, I see Tiny do that, who's my guy. See Bud do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These guys make mistakes.
I'm not a fan of it because I feel the kid has to learn to play through the mistake. But that's me. That's me.
Right. And I those guys, they're successful for a reason. So,
right.
But
and I can't say anything. I can't say anything about what those guys are doing because they're winning. I can't say anything about what they're doing because it's working for them. I'm just saying my system. I played with coaches like that too.
Listen, we used to sit in the sideline. We used to sit in the sideline and just be cracking up because I knew as soon as one of those kids make a mistake, that whistle was blowing.
Yeah, that was it.
And oh my, it was like it's the best.
But
it's
the kid, like his vision, his ability to get what he want on the floor. And if you watch him, he doesn't allow nobody to rush him. Like that's a gift. Like people don't like like necessarily have that. That's a gift. He doesn't allow people to rush him, and he could really pass. He really could pass.
Oh no, he's a point guard.
Yeah,
he's a point guard.
And
So I definitely.
As soon as he learn how to really pick his spots, he's gonna be tough.
Yeah. You know who do that very well? Khalil Brantley. He does that the best in the city that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like I've seen this
some
kid
help though.
From the time he was a sophomore, picking his spots on the court. A lot of these kids just shoot from anywhere. They just shooting because it's the thing to do and get up buckets and try these.
He really could go. His spots
could play up. His spots. And you'll see, I hear people that stand saying, "Oh, he keep going to the same spot." I'm going, well, he practiced that. You're supposed to shoot the shots that you practice.
Right.
You know, and he doesn't let anyone get under his skin.
To play.
I know. I played with his pops.
Yeah, he was little.
Yeah, bought me the 40 projects to play in the Supreme Team tournament. It's crazy. They just call little baby pearl. Right.
You like this.
Right. Oh yeah. His handle was crazy. His handle was crazy as he taught.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malachi Smith from St. Ray's, another one of my guys who I like.
At St. Ray's?
You gotta see him play. This kid can go. This kid can go. Yes.
Yeah, that's my man, Mike Andrews. Ooh,
him and Khalil was on the same team, I think. Yeah, I think they was on the same team in the New York versus New York. And I like Juan Carlos. If he ever get a jump shot, he gonna be dangerous.
That's the kid from Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah, see, again, on a personal note, I felt they were pushing that kid instead of the kid they had last year, Kareem. And the kid Kareem they had last year was tough. Shorty was a problem. Shorty only played the 1 year. I'm like, how's this kid in this school for 3 years and y'all know he could play?
Where did he go to school at? Correct.
He went to Jeff. Now he was at Odessa. He was at Odessa this year. And with the pandemic and all that, I think he's transferring to Sullivan, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
I mean, I wish he stay out west. But again, New York City kids, we get a little bothered when they don't hand us that rock and let us get it. You know, we get down and start getting homesick and all that.
Hold on, Kenny. You say he has a jump shot? Who, Juan Carlos or a set shot? Please explain that to me. But those are the three guards who I like. I like Juan Carlos, I like Khalil Brantley, and I like my guy from Uptown, Malachi Smith. He's tough. Yeah, he's a point guard as well. He's tough.
Right. Dope.
Yeah.
Like I don't get to see a lot of them during the season, and really even on the summer because like I be moving around with my guys. And then too, like, you know, the new format is 9th grade, 15s, then the 16s and 17s. It ain't like before we was 14. It was 15, 16, 17s was together. 18, you was playing unlimited. Like, you was very a lot of dudes missed seniors. You was playing seniors when you was supposed to be playing juniors.
Right. Right. Yeah, you know? I think. Yeah, I see it. I gotta see it. But I do like him, Kenny. Don't think I don't like him. I like the kid. So where do we go from here now? Like, what do you think we need to do to get New York City back in order?
Say that one more time.
What do you think we need to do to get New York City back in order?
I think if it was structured different, like, you got a lot of Brooklyn coaches coaching uptown. Like, why we not coaching in Brooklyn? You understand what I'm saying?
Opportunities, maybe opportunities.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think the guys uptown, Castle Hill and these other places, New Heights, these places, like, I don't think these places are doing more for you than what an organization in Brooklyn could do for you. I think if we put it together and build that organization, like really, if I have it my way, Justice League would be that organization. The coaches ain't to come out their pocket with nothing. All they gotta do is come, coach, and go. You know what I mean? I think for basketball to be restored in this town, we just need to get the kids just need to get more reps. Like these kids need to be in the park. Like call a session Saturday morning, everybody in the park going at it. Remember, we had Cromwell. All winter we was in Cromwell. Out in Staten Island. Dudes was hiking into Staten Island. We ain't have no Uber accounts. None of that, man. We was on that train, that ferry.
While Kenny's still making his argument for Juan Carlos, he's the best guard in the city. I think that belongs to Khalil Brantley.
Yeah, I would give it to. I like Khalil.
Khalil, the best guard in the city.
Yeah,
hands down. And
I agree.
The number one, first team all state doesn't hurt either.
If Ruth would have coached different, if Ruth would have made some different coaching decisions, they would have won. They'd have won that playoff game. She wore him out. And because Shorty missed free throws all year, he got tired.
Yeah, he had to do a little bit too much this year.
Yeah, I actually saw the tape of that game.
He should have a little bit more help.
Yeah, I saw the tape of that game. Like he got tired.
Right. So, what age group do you coach at the Justice League organization?
I got 14s and 15s. I'm about to go younger though. But I got 14s and 15s. Yeah.
Why you want to go younger?
Just because I want to get them younger so I can have them for 4 or 5 years. So when they leave me and go into that high school, like they'll be like majority of them will be a positionless basketball player. So there's no reason for them not to play on a high school level and really compete. Because like I try to teach my guys, like I be teaching during the game, like listen, you got to get there. You got to get to the baseline. Like make the pass and cut. Don't stand still. Make yourself bigger. Stretch out on defense. Get your hands up. Trying to really teach him and put the emphasis that if you take it from him, it's an easier bucket than him defending you all the way down the court. So you get them young and instill that in them.
Okay. This year we see that with this coronavirus, it put a lot of roadblocks in people's plans.
Indeed.
NBA season couldn't get finished. High school basketball couldn't get finished.
They killed the AAU season.
Excuse me?
They killed the AAU season.
Yes, the whole AAU season. So people got to start from scratch. Do you think, and this goes out to Pat Alphonse as well, do you think if we organize not a tournament, but just basketball runs, right? Highly competitive basketball runs, the same way we used to have at Dean Street.
Right.
The same way, guys used to play in West Fork at those games. But to give the high school guys a safe outlet, put it out there, promote it, and bring the guys in. And then this way, we have a chance to talk to them and give them some advice. And maybe it could be through an organization, but I don't want to tie anybody to any kind of organizations like they're leaving their AAU teams or, we trying to get them to move to another high school. No, these are just well-organized basketball runs. And we can match college players with high school players, right? And bring the younger guys to play with the older guys to bridge that gap. So guys know they have places to come to and develop their game.
Man, I think that would be dope. Yeah, I really think that would be dope. No, it's just about getting them to come out their comfort zone. But I think it'd be dope. I think they all need it because you got a lot of kids in school that, like, a lot of kids here, they aren't even registered with NCAA Clearinghouse.
Right.
Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like you're in 11th grade and you're not registered. You're in the 12th grade, you're not registered. So now, like, are you necessarily taking the classes that are going to be accredited enough for you to accept that scholarship? Because they don't understand you just don't get a scholarship. It comes with things.
Yeah.
No.
And we start, early, start teaching your guys early on. This is some of the responsibilities that they're going to have to take on and give them some ownership of their own success.
Definitely.
Yeah, Pat said he with it.
Okay.
Definitely. Because look, we got enough coaches that's on positions of power. I just don't think now that we have the powers and the positions that we have, we only do it for our crew, right? So we talked about this. There's so many different organizations that gave us opportunities. You had the Golden Hoops, you had the Wheelchair Classic, you had the Kangaroo Classic. Those things were like staples in New York City.
True.
Right? And even for a man like Bill Travis, if you had an article with Bill Travis writing you up, that was big.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though we have like New York 1 coming to the games or Channel 12 coming to the games, I don't think they provide enough of an outlet for high school basketball. But you got, on the other hand, you got those companies like Ball is Life and all these other marketing companies who show the end product and show the highlights. They don't show the game. They don't show these guys missing. So everyone is perfect and everyone highlight reel is great. But this is how they get to sell themselves. So we get to sell the illusion first of a ball player before the quality of a ball player. Do you agree?
Nah, I agree. Like, it gotta it definitely has to be put together right, and the kids gotta buy in. But it's so hard, man. You deal with so many egos, like these coaches, these high school coaches, these AAU coaches. Like, you deal with a lot of egos, man. It's hard.
Yeah, but if we set the example, hopefully,
it sounds like a plan.
People follow. Right.
Sounds like a good plan.
Y'all appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for coming on,
thanks
man.
for having me, man.
No, this is awesome, man. We got the first segment. It all went right. And who never knows, I may look at my phone in a few minutes and this whole thing will be right up there.
Right. Say no more.
It always happens, man.
Okay.
So let's talk soon, man. I'm going to holler at you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, say no more. Appreciate you. Later.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys.